Hello peeps, welcome to Reddit Review. Today we are going to see an episode of Am I the A-hole? Am I the A-hole for requesting that my brother gives me 20,000 euros to help me pay for my wedding since he makes a lot more than me? I am 23-year-old female and I am engaged to my fiance who is 27 years old. I am also the mother to my daughter who is 4 years old. I wasn't able to go to university full time since I was raising my daughter. However, I am currently studying history online, where I will hopefully be able to become history teacher. Balancing studying while raising my daughter hasn't been easy. However, having my fiance supporting the family has really helped, since my fiance works in a research lab. We have enough money to live comfortably, but saving up money to have our dream wedding would take years. My brother, who is 28 years old, works as a doctor. His wife also works as a doctor, so to say that they are well off would be an understatement. My brother hasn't had the same struggles of raising a child since they both don't want any children. I don't mind the fact that they don't want kids, but they have been able to save a lot of money due to this. Recently, I asked my brother if he would be able to help pay for my wedding, since having him contribute to my wedding would help make it a magical moment for me. My brother offered to give me 5,000 euros towards my wedding, which honestly surprised me. I might be wrong here, but surely, as a doctor, my brother should be able to contribute more to my wedding. I told him that I would really appreciate it if he could give me 20,000 euros for my wedding since it would really mean a lot, but he refused. I would be lying if I said I didn't make my annoyance with my brother clear, and I told him that his refusal to help pay for my wedding is selfish, and that if he doesn't help contribute to my wedding, then he won't be able to come. Since it is not my fault that I don't have a lot of money to fund my wedding. We had an argument afterwards, and I haven't been returning his call since. The rest of my family is helping to contribute to my wedding, which makes his refusal even worse. Despite my brother's action, my father thinks that I am being too harsh on my brother and that me not inviting him to my wedding would be upsetting for him. Am I missing something here? Am I the a-hole? Honey, you are the a-hole. Why in the world your brother owes you a magical wedding? You are the one who chose to have a baby young, and that means you have to make few sacrifices, which includes not having as much money you would like. It's ridiculous to expect others, even if it's a brother, to give you such huge amount of money. Am I the a-hole for holding a conversation my stepmom had in private against her? I live with my grandparents now after this happened, but my dad has been texting every day telling me that he thinks I am perfect and that I am everything he wants in a daughter. So I don't know if I am being an a-hole because I guess my dad is innocent. My mom passed away a long time ago, but my dad put me in therapy as soon as I started kindergarten and did everything right, so I am thankful for that. He married my stepmom later. Stepmom never forced the mom role but did mom things for me, and after being in therapy for a while, I realized that it was okay to call my stepmom mom and that my mom would be happy that I had a girl in my life to help me. My stepmom got pregnant, and I was really excited to have a little sibling and to be a family of four. Keep in mind that I genuinely thought my stepmom considered me to be her daughter, so I didn't have the feelings that many stepkids have of being left out or not feeling good enough. One day, when I was not supposed to be around, I heard her talking to her mom, whom I call grandma, and I also thought that she accepted me. My stepmom said that she was scared that her baby would like me and she doesn't want to keep any pictures of her baby that would look like me. My grandma responded that she won't look like me because she has my dad's and stepmom's genes and none of my mom's genes would be involved. She said the baby would have grey genes because the only genes that the baby will share with me are the ones from someone she loved. Guys, I really tried hard not to cry, but I just burst into tears on the spot. My stepmom and grandma freaked out and said that she was just hormonal and that there was nothing wrong with me, but I just needed to run away. So I ran to my mom's parents' house. My mom's parents called my dad and yelled at him, and he came over immediately and told me that he loved me. But my grandparents said they were going to superride, and the judge said I could live with them. My dad is so mad at my stepmom, and she has been texting me too, apologizing. Am I the a-hole for holding this conversation against my stepmom and living with my grandparents? I know my dad is having a hard time without me and comes over after work and on the weekends to see me. He calls me and texts me all the time too. OP, honey, no, you are not an a-hole. It can be really, really difficult to live in a place where your trust is broken. It is so sweet of you to understand your father's struggle, but you have every right to live in a place where you feel loved and feel safe. Am I the a-hole for suggesting to my son that we get rid of his pets because my boyfriend is scared of them? I am a mother of a 17-year-old son named Joshua. Joshua has always loved things nobody else really wanted to look at. He has a collection of beetles, centipedes, spiders, scorpions, and he might have stick bugs as pets. Sometimes he gets them from a pet shop and sometimes he just gets them from the woods. A year ago, I met and started dating a man named John. He is an amazing man and he and Joshua have surprisingly nice relationship. However, John is terrified of spiders. I am too, but I made peace with it since Joshua pays for whatever he needs for the insects, only collects non-deadly ones, and they stay in his room downstairs. A few days ago, one of Josh's tarantulas escaped, which rarely happens, but I guess he forgot to close the container. The spider was found and Joshua put it back in its container, but John freaked out and says he won't stay over anymore unless the spiders were gone. I decided to ask Joshua if he would be willing to sell his spiders so we could build a life with John. Joshua didn't give me a chance and called me an a-hole for suggesting it and said that the spiders were staying no matter what. So now I am torn between the wants and needs of two men I love. Ma'am, from the tone of your post, I think you understand that it's unreasonable to expect such a sacrifice from Joshua. Since Joshua is already 17, why can't you wait for one more year to start your life with John when Josh moves on to his college or moves out? Am I the a-hole for refusing to give up my seat on a flight to a person who has a guide dog and is visiting a family member in hospital due to the fact that I have a dog allergy? I have a severe dog allergy. I can have varying degrees of severity when it comes to my reactions when I am exposed to dogs. In short, being in a closed environment with a dog is out of the question. Earlier today, I was boarding my flight with my friends since we are all going on vacation together. As I am boarding, I find that one of the passengers is boarding with a golden retriever with a guide dog vest on it. I want to make it clear that I'm not questioning whether this was a guide dog or not. This was also a fairly small plane since the flight would only take around an hour. As mentioned, I cannot be in confined space with a dog. I told one of the flight attendants my concerns, since I could have potentially ended up in the hospital if I had to fly with this dog. The flight attendant informed the woman with the dog, who goes into hysterics saying that she is visiting a sick family member and can't afford to miss her flight. I'm not sure how sick the family member in the question was. The flight attendant asked if I would be willing to miss this flight and catch the next one that would be leaving in around 2 hours. I was offered a seat in first class if I was willing to do this. I said that unfortunately I wouldn't be able to do this since I would paid for my vacation. Due to the size of the plane, the dog would not be able to go in the hold. The woman started insulting my character, saying that I was heartless for putting my vacation over her sick family member. I got on the plane and sat with my friends. As I did this, a woman in a nearby seat told me that she wanted to inform that I am the biggest female dog that she's ever met. I didn't respond since I didn't want to cause a confrontation. My friends haven't said I am in the wrong, but have kept making sarcastic jokes about the situation. Am I the a-hole? OP, throughout the post, you are the one who is questioning that woman's character by questioning about the guide dog and the sick family member. She is right about you keeping your vacation above her sick family member. You couldn't wait for 2 hours in exchange for first class tickets. I really hope you got stuck in traffic jam for more than 2 hours when you went out of that airport. I mean, it's okay if being 2 hours late for your vacation is such an unacceptable thing for you. At least don't act like you are the virtuous one in this situation. That's all for today, peeps. Tell me which story you liked the most in the comments. Please hit that like button and subscribe.